Hi, my name is Sid Grover. Today I'll be reviewing my 2014 bmw 328d xDrive. Yes, it's a diesel. I'll be going over the exterior, the interior, and some of the driving impressions of the car. And because I've owned the car for almost 3 years now, I'll also be talking about what I like about the car, what I don't like so much about the car, and so on. So let's start with the exterior. As you can see, this BMW has typical design elements like the kidney grills, and here are the HID lights, which sort of touch the kidney grills. As we move to the side of the car, this one comes with 18-inch wheels. As we go towards the back, you can see these character lines, which go into the door handles and all the way to the back. This makes the car look really sharp, in my opinion. And there is also the Hofmeister kink. So I got this car with the premium package, and one of the features of the package is you can open the car just by moving your leg twice, like this, and that'll open the trunk. It's very handy, especially when you have a couple of bags in your hands and your hands are not free. As you can see, there is enough storage here for a couple of large roller bags, and there is also some additional storage at the bottom, so which you can keep some smaller items here so the items don't move. So let's talk about the rear seats. As you can see, I'm 5 feet 10 inches tall and I have enough leg room, I have enough shoulder room, and there is enough headroom as well. So you can comfortably fit 2 adults here for a long trip, but 3 adults would be tight because of the large center tunnel shaft. There are also a couple of heating and air conditioning vents, and center armrest has space for a couple of cup holders. So let's get into the driver's seat. I would say these seats are about 6 or 7 out of 10. And the reason for that is they do have memory seating, but what they don't have is lumbar support or any kind of bolstering on the sides. So I would say, for long drives, sports seats and lumbar support would really add to the comfort. Here, the fit and finish is fantastic, especially with the saddle brown leather. And one of the prominent things in the interior is that large 8-screen display. And this display, I would say the location is very driver's focused because it's as much as towards the driver as possible, towards the left, and also as high as possible. And what that allows me to do is, just glance towards the screen very quickly and then go back to the primary business, which should be focusing on driving and focusing on the road. And also let's look at the controller. That's the new iDrive controller. It comes with a touchscreen on top. We have dedicated buttons for media, radio, telephone, and navigation. And you can use the iDrive controller to enter an address, go to your favorite, navigate to your favorite music, or even go to the person that you want to dial the number of. So you can use it for multiple functions. So this car also comes with voice recognition like many other modern cars. And what that allows me to do is enter the entire address, like 1 Main Street, Mississauga, Ontario, in one throw. And it works pretty well. One of the other functions that I really love about the car is because it came with a connected drive package, I can go to the BMW remote app, and then I can click on the maps function and then enter an address here before I even get into the car, which can save you further time. So let's start the car. As you can see, it also has the auto start stop function. Put it in drive and let's get onto the road. So this is the bmw 328d xDrive, and it has a 2-liter turbocharged diesel engine, which comes with 180 horsepower, which is the same horsepower as the 320i, but you get 280 pound-feet of torque, which is actually more torque than the 328i, which is now called the 330i in the 2017 model here. You also have access to changing the driving modes while you're driving. We're currently driving in the comfort mode, and I usually just leave it in the comfort mode for most of the times. But let's say you're going on the highway and you just want to put it in Eco, and you can do that. So I'll put it on Eco Pro. And what that does is it sort of dials back the throttle response. It also makes it more efficient if you look at the screen from a climate perspective. So it'll make the climate settings more efficient, right? Now let's go back to the sports mode. I'm going to change it to sports modes now. And I can show my power and torque. And let's accelerate. Here we go. So 280 pound-feet of torque. And this performance, it does not come at the expense of fuel economy. I have been getting 6.6 liters per 100 kilometers in mixed driving, but if I were to go on a highway, I can easily get 5 liters per 100 kilometers, right? So the question that comes is it worth getting a diesel? Is it worth paying $1,600 more over a 330i to get a diesel? The answer would be it really depends on whether you're leasing a car for 3 or 4 years, or would you like to own a car for 5 to 8 years, right? So if you're leasing a car, I would say it doesn't matter. It really comes down to your taste of driving, what kind of driving you prefer. But if you're financing the car and you're keeping it for a longer period of time, I would say diesel does make sense because your operating costs are very low. BMW takes care of your maintenance for the first 4 years, 80,000 kilometers, and I have been typically spending about $100 a month on fueling up the car in diesel, which is not only efficient when it comes to money, but it's also time efficient, right? You don't go to the pump every week fueling up the car. So hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please leave me feedback and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.